Planning a road trip through Norway? From breathtaking fjords to scenic mountain passes, driving in this beautiful country is an unforgettable experience. But to make your journey smooth and stress-free, here are 25 essential tips to help you navigate Norway like a local. Just for your information, we've driven over 200,000 kilometers in Norway, so we know what to expect. So we should have more experience than your random YouTube guys who came to Norway for a week. Disclaimer: this video gives an overview, and it is not legal advice. Please refer to the Norwegian Road Authority's website for detailed information. If you come from a European country, the rules will be about the same, but you will have to know the details. If you come outside of Europe, please spend some time learning the differences. In general, traffic rules violations are punished quite severely in Norway compared to other countries. Number 1. Alcohol limits. First and foremost, Norway's legal blood alcohol limit is one of the strictest in the world at just 0.2 per mil. It means barely a very little light beer. Anything else will bring you over the limit, and the police will not find that funny. Between 0.2 and 0.5, you will get a hefty fine when caught. If you are above that, your driving license is gone, and you risk spending time in jail. But that's on land only. If you are driving a recreational boat, the limit is at 0.8 per mil. Number 2. Speed limits and road conditions. Speed limits vary, but they're often lower than in other countries. It's usually 50 kilometers per hour in towns and 80 kilometers per hour outside. Some residential areas have 30 kilometers per hour zones. Motorways are 100 or 110. But there are many stretches with different limits, such as 40, 60, 70, and in some rare places, 90. Sometimes these limits change frequently over a short distance, and it is difficult to keep track. Always drive according to conditions, even if the speed limit seems high for the road. If the motorway is covered with snow, people will drive on their own at 40, even if 110 is allowed. But sometimes you find some mountain road with a speed limit of 80, but no one dares to drive faster than 30. And while we are at, speeding tickets are really high, and driving way too fast will give you some jail time. But on the bright side, speed cameras are often signaled long in advance. Number 3. Using your phone while driving. While this is forbidden in many countries, the Norwegian state is cracking down on that. So the fines have increased massively in the last few years. In 2025, it was increased to 10,200 kroner, roughly 1,000 euros. This is as severely punished as ignoring a red light. So don't phone or write messages while driving. Number 4. Right of way. Unless otherwise indicated, vehicles coming from the right have the right of way. So you have to stop for them. There are many of these in cities. A Norwegian speciality is the shared right of way. You will find them on motorways and high-volume main roads. It is indicated by a white sign with a red arrow. You normally have priority when driving on these roads. However, if a car wants to drive in, you have to make it easier for it, either by slowing down or, in rare cases, by accelerating a little to make room. Number 5. Winter driving. There will be ice and snow everywhere when you visit in the winter. If you come from a country without winter, we advise you not to drive in Norway, especially in the north. If you bring your own car, winter tires are compulsory, and in some areas you may need snow chains. Tread depth requirements are stricter than in most countries. Check this before you start your journey. If it gets really bad, the authorities will issue warnings that you should not use your car on certain days, such as when freezing rain is forecast. Also, make sure the roof is clear of snow and the windscreen is free of ice so you can see properly. Just scraping out a small hole is a quick way to lose your license. Make sure you are in control of your vehicle. If it goes bad, you could end up in the ditch, or worse, on the other side of the road. This Chinese tourist was caught doing just that repeatedly by the police and had his driving license taken away. fined 9,000 Norwegian kroner, and then banned from Norway in 5 years. He was deemed to be a danger to the community. Number 6. Kolonnekjøring, convoy driving. In extreme winter conditions, you might encounter convoy driving, or kolonnekjøring, over certain mountain passes. This is when a snowplow leads groups of cars through treacherous areas. For tourists, we strongly recommend to postpone a trip if the conditions are so bad. Number 7. Tolls. Norway's roads are excellent, but come with frequent tolls. You could easily spend around 10 to 15 euros per day on tolls. Payments are usually automatic via license plate scanning. If you bring your own vehicle, be sure to register in forehand. There are different price categories depending on your fuel type, and you will charge at the highest if not done.
Yes.
Rental cars are registered, and you should get a bill afterwards. Ask the company for more information. Side note, EVs still pay way less than petrol, and especially diesel cars. There are also private toll roads. In these cases, you can pay at a booth or on a website. Information are found when you enter that road. Number 8. Car rental tips. Car rental costs can be high. Avoid one-way rental if possible. Most rental places are run as franchises, so the owners want their car back. After taking your car, take pictures, so you can contest any damages. Especially in winter, damages might be covered by dirt and might not be visible. If you are renting an EV, ask the company if they have a charging plan. Secret tip: rental companies are sometimes looking for people to drive some of their cars to another station, so you can have a car for free. Drawback is that you know the dates only a few days in advance, and you don't know where the trip will go. But if you are flexible and strap on cash, visit a site like hertzfreerider.no. Number 9. Paid parking. In cities, towns, and tourist hotspots, expect to pay for parking. Look out for signs with the word Mot avgift, which indicates paid parking. Street parking can be trickier to identify, so double-check before leaving your car. Also look if there are numbers under the sign. This tells you when you have to pay for parking. Black number is for weekdays. Black in brackets is for Saturdays, and red for Sundays and holidays such as Christmas and Easter. If there is a black number like 9 to 20 and the same numbers in brackets, it means that you have to pay on weekdays and Saturdays between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. Sundays are free. Be sure that you are not parking on a spot for disabled people, unless you are in possession of a permit. We recommend the app Easy Park to pay for street parking. If you are using a rental car, be sure that you entered the right registration number. If you see supposedly free parking near a hotspot, and a lot of people have parked there, it might still not be legal, and all people will be fined. Just because everybody does it, doesn't mean you should do it. Number 10. Fuel stops. In rural areas, gas stations can be few and far between. If this is the case, there will be a small sign indicating the distance to the next fuel station. Number 11. Charging station. As electric cars are becoming more and more common, it is not a problem at all to find charging stations. Also, when road tripping, look for slow chargers near your accommodation or next to an attraction. They are cheaper than fast chargers. That way, you can charge your car while doing something else and not wasting your time. Number 12. Window cleaner. Compared to other European countries, the roads in Norway are extremely dirty, especially in winter. So if you are going on a long winter road trip, make sure you have an extra jug of washer fluid with you. And you need one that can withstand -20, otherwise it will freeze. Depending on the year, we use 2 to 3 4-liter jugs a year. If you are using a rental, ask the company if they have refilled it. Number 13. Cleaning your reversing camera. When it's raining, especially in winter, you'll need to clean your rear view camera almost every day. Otherwise, it's useless. Number 14. Scenic national routes. Norway has designated national tourist routes that take you through some of the country's most breathtaking landscapes. These routes often feature narrow, winding roads, so take your time and enjoy the scenery. Some of these roads are not open all year round. Check our video about the Coastal Realm Road
Valdresflyet
and
Ryfylkeveien
to see some of these national tourist routes. Number 15. Tunnels. Norway has many tunnels, from very short ones of 50 meters to the longest in the world with 24.5 kilometers. Some are high up in the mountains, while others go deep under the sea. While some are modern, others are just a hole in the mountain with water dripping from the ceiling. Sometimes there might even be sheeps inside a tunnel. This is usually either on very warm or very wet days. Be extremely careful when entering an unlit tunnel. If you are claustrophobic and don't want to drive through tunnels, that's unfortunately not possible, as the roads around also contain tunnels. If that's really an issue for you, then choose another country than Norway to spend your vacation. Number 16. Ferries. Norway is the land of the ferries. And when driving in the west and north, you probably take a couple of these. These are well organized and a seamless way to connect roads across waterways. Always follow the instructions of the crew. See our guide to car ferries for very in-depth information. Number 17. Narrow streets and back roads. In cities and rural areas, some streets can be extremely narrow, or even look like someone's driveway. Drive cautiously and trust your navigation app, but not blindly. If a road has a yellow center line and two solid white lines, this means that each lane is at least 3 meters wide. 2 trucks should be able to cross without problems. If the road has 2 dotted white lines on the side, it means that you can move one wheel off the road to cross. These roads can be a challenge if you are driving an oversized motorhome. If you drive on a single lane road, the road will widen every couple of 100 meters, and a sign with an M will be there. This is a passing place. If you see an incoming car, just wait there. This can also be located on top of bridges or in tunnels. Parking in these spots is forbidden. In case you meet large vehicles like a truck, you might need to back a long way. Number 18. Roadworks and Delays. Roadworks are common. You might encounter one-lane closures with traffic being let through alternately. Build some buffer time into your schedule to avoid stress. In case of long construction sites, there could be a variation of the convoy driving described earlier. Also, sometimes you will need to wait 20 to 30 minutes if rocks are being blasted away. In case of long delay, it might not be possible to drive around, as the detour would take 12 hours long, like places in the high north. Number 19. Sheep and wildlife. Watch out for sheep on rural roads. They're everywhere and might not move quickly. In wooded areas, especially at dawn and dusk, be cautious of moose and deer. Due to its size, a collision with a moose is the most feared by Norwegians. When driving far in the north, you might encounter a herd of reindeer standing in the middle of the road. They will not move, but when you get out of the car to take some pictures, they will run away. Number 20. Navigation and apps. Make sure your navigation app is updated and includes offline maps for areas with poor signal. The website, vegvesen.no, can also help you check road conditions and closures. If you are using an EV, use the app, A Better Route Planner, as it will tell you exactly where to charge. Number 21. Cashless Payments. Norway is largely cashless. Almost all tolls and parking take cards or an app. Make sure you have an international credit card ready. But some remote parking place might require to put cash in an envelope, which is then dropped in a mailbox. Number 22. Courteous Drivers. Norwegian drivers are incredibly patient and polite. Road rage is virtually non-existent here, so follow suit. Be courteous and enjoy the calm driving atmosphere. But what can irritate the most stoic Norwegian is a tourist who drives slowly at 30 kilometers per hour in the 80 zone while enjoying the view. If you want to do that, please stop and let everybody pass, especially after a ferry. This counts especially for motorhome convoys of several vehicles. As a gentle reminder, this kind of behavior can be fined. But are Norwegians always that relaxed? No, there is one exception, which is our next point. Number 23. The cabin traffic and the one guy. Norwegians like their cabins, and they like to go there for the weekend. So every Friday evening there is a migration from the cities to the cabins, and on Sunday it is the other way round. Except around Oslo and other cities, there aren't many 4-lane motorways, so you have to follow the car in front of you. Usually there will be one person driving slightly below the speed limit, so there will be a queue of cars behind them. Most people will just follow and relax, except for that one guy. You will see in your rearview mirror that he is overtaking all the other cars in the queue, one after the other, until he is right behind you, and then suddenly, at the next opportunity, you have a rocket next to you. It's usually a big, expensive car. The road authorities are always trying to remind people that it's not worth dying to arrive 10 minutes earlier, especially at Easter. Number 24. Distance to next car. While in many countries it is recommended to keep 2 seconds of drive time to the vehicle in front of you, in Norway it is 3 seconds. In winter and bad weather, 4 to 5 seconds should be used. Number 25. Stay flexible. Finally, keep your itinerary flexible. Some of Norway's best gems aren't in guidebooks. Leave room for spontaneous stops and unplanned adventures. They're often the highlight of any road trip. Driving in Norway is an adventure like no other, filled with stunning landscapes and unique experiences. With these tips, you're all set for a safe and memorable journey. If you found this video helpful, then we have more like the one at the top. And if you have already seen it, the one at the bottom is also very useful. And if you really enjoy this channel, then you might consider a channel membership to get videos like these as soon as they are ready.